Yeah, so the reason why I need your input is because I've been doing something for a client and in tranquil spirit work. And I've run into a situation where this client is telling me that the guy cannot perform sexually. Like, I mean, she's been saying that he's been limp dicked. So it's almost like, he's having sex with her, but it's almost like I know you said something recently that you were having an issue with your target. So I wanted to know your input on that.
So the other night I was at my target's house and we were fighting a couple of days before that. And he got up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, so I thought I was going to get some morning wood. And he comes back, he starts initiating, he's doing his thing down there. When he goes to put it in, it's completely soft. And I felt it because he wanted my help, and there was just nothing I could work with there. And it was so weird because that's never happened before, like ever. And I'm in my head like, are you cheating on me? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm assuming, like, because if that happened with him and the client I'm talking to, you know, her target has went through the same thing, I'm thinking from both of your experience that it has to do something with the intranquil work, with the intranquil spirit. Like, I'm trying to figure out, okay, is it, is there, are they doing something? Like the client told me something on the line of her target's been at the house, he hasn't been going anywhere, and this is what's been happening. So I'm like, okay, I've been asking her, what's the schedule like? Does he have time to go out? Does he have time to cheat? I'm like, okay, from what she said, it seemed like everything's checked out. Now it's like, okay, could it be that you're treating the person bad? See, because that could be a factor too. If you're basically, treating the person bad, that spirit can retaliate. So I want to ask you, for your target, has everything been cool? What's been going? Like, has there been anything, issues, arguing, fighting, whatsoever?
Yeah, so we've been fighting, and the most recent fight before that, he blocked me everywhere. And he told me that if I wanted to get a hold of him, I would have to jump through hoops, like he's jumped through hoops for me. So he wanted me to download fake numbers and all that, and I was like, come on now. And he's been calling me abusive recently, just acting crazy. Um, I wanted to do damage control, so I was at his house for like 3 or 4 days, cooking him meals, treating him like a king, trying to get things back on par. And he was not being romantic with me whatsoever. He was not being very affectionate. I feel like he was taking advantage of my kindness. So I would say he was not treating me well. Yeah, not at all.
So if that's the case, the target has been complaining about the same thing, where it's like this guy has been trying to start arguments. It's almost like I'm assuming that when they get into this ego shit, that's when the spirit fucks them up. Now I had another client that told me that her target was pissing blood. So I'm assuming that, okay, that in the process, listen, if they keep fucking around, eventually they may start pissing and shitting blood. I mean, listen, and I asked the question, has this ever happened? Now, this is one question I'm asking you. Has this ever happened before? You know what I'm saying? Because it's something that I spoke to with the previous client, and I asked her, has this happened before? She said it has happened before, but it's like, I don't know if now it's like everything's being intensified. So I want to know your opinion about what you think. On your end, I'm assuming, from what you're telling me, that it may be caused by that. So another thing I want to ask is, did this start happening when the work was going on more?
I think it's happened maybe one time before, but not to this extent. Like when he went to put it in, it was completely soft. Like, men have different levels of erection. So I'm not like, I know that sometimes it's not going to be rock hard, but this time it was completely limp, and that's not happened, especially when he initiates. And I would say it's got to be the work because when he was treating me well, and even this past weekend, he took me out to the movies, he treated me well. We didn't have this problem at all. So it seems as if when he's not doing what he's supposed to do and he's causing arguments, he's being toxic, he's acting like a narcissist,
So now, from listening to you, I'm beginning to think that it has a part to do with a person not treating you right. So it's the same thing with the other target. When they start getting upset and wild and shit, that's when it becomes fucking, they have problems like that. Now, that's crazy. When he basically acts right, you don't have that problem. Okay. Okay. 1 second.
Before this, his punishments tend to be like extreme stress and anxiety within himself. And I think just everything adding up, like the accumulation of his bad behavior is now affecting his penis.
Yeah, one more thing before we go. Because I know some people are probably going to be wondering about this. It's the clingy shit. Because I just got off the phone with the other client, explained to him, like, the same shit that you're going through is the same shit that this other client's going through. Like, this clingy shit. Because she just told me just now, this guy is, like, acting like a maniac on some, I don't feel like you love me anymore. And I'm like, that's the same shit you were telling me. This guy over here is like, he needs a lot of attention. So I need your, like, you know, from your experience, how, like, you know, when this thing was happening with you, like how did it happen?
It's like he wants me around him 24/7, even if we're not doing anything. And for me, it's like, I got my own life. I need to take care of myself. And it's like that completely goes out the window in his mind because he just needs me there with him. And it's to the point where if I tell him no, like, we could be hanging out like 3 or 4 days in a row. If I tell him no the 5th night, he starts acting out. Like, he gets upset, talking about kill me. I sent you screenshots of that, I think. Like, it's crazy. And it's like when I withdraw my affection, even if it's justified, like even if he pissed me off, he did something wrong, he starts going into this whole thing now that I'm emotionally abusing him.
It's insane. And I try to tell people about this, man. When you get that Intranquil spirit work, these people become very emotional. And it's like, oh my God. I mean, that's why I don't do it for myself. I mean, some people love it, and I'm here to supply the demand. You're saying, but fuck, goddamn. Like, it's like irrationally, like, I need to be around you. What the fuck? Goddamn.